Folks, if you've been to Tenerife before, or for those that are likely to come in the future, I'm going to quickly tell you my preferences as the best acts on the island. Now, these are the best based on what I've seen over the last 3 to 4 years. They may change in time, they may change this holiday. I might see an act or two that are better than the 4 or 5 I'm going to mention to you. I hope I do, because that means there's even more talent here. But I'll tell you the best 5 or 6 that I believe to be on the island, based on what I've seen thus far, and based on 2 that we saw last night, because I'd like to give a further mention to the 2 acts we seen last night. Now, before I do, for me, the best singer on the island always was, of the first couple of years, was a young lady called Shelley. I thought she was head and shoulders above anybody, male or female. A year or so ago, we happened to see Michael Levy Jr., and I've now changed my opinion. For me, they vie in, where is my hands? They vie in for number 1 spot. They're both absolutely brilliant. The great thing about them is they can almost sing the songbook, they can sing most anything, and they tend to do shows, or they do a certain show once a week that lasts 2.5 hours, even 3 hours long. The amount of songs you're getting in 2.5 hours is unthinkable, so they've got to be good to be able to pull them off, and they're brilliant at what they do, and virtually every song they sing, they nail. But what I love about them is if you shout a song out, even if they've not done it on many occasions or not at all, if they've got the disc that's got the backing music there, they'll often just give it a go. Shelley especially does that, and I think that's really brave. Many singers won't sing on the hoof like that, but they do, which is really good. They're my 2 favourite singers. There's not many comedians here, so I'll say favourite comedian would be Billy Porter. I like him a lot. Some say he's a bit of a one-trick pony because the act is sort of the same kind of act, but he moves on it. The thread is the same. I won't tell you what it is if you've not seen him, because it will spoil it. But what I love about him is he talks to the audience. He'll ask folks what's the names and what do they do, and based on that he's got different answers for everything, and I think he's really, really, really funny. I like him a lot. And then from there we've got 2 more that I love. I think there's only 2 more that I really love. There's others I like, but 2 that I really love, and that will be the 2 that I seen last night. The first would be, no, I tell you, there's 3. I also like Keith George. He's the one that does the tribute to Boy George. I'm not normally into tribute acts, folks, because normally they either don't look like them, or they don't sing like them, or both. And I think if you're doing a tribute act, you've got to either look or sound like them. I prefer them to sound like them. I mean, I would rather a guy that looks like, who can we go for? Harold Steptoe. A guy that looks like Harold Steptoe singing like Boy George and being spot on, than someone who looks like Boy George and sounds nothing like him. Because even if he looks like Harold Steptoe, I can look the other way and just listen to him and think, God, that sounds good. Anyway, the old Keith George, who does Boy George, looks and sounds like him, so you're getting a double whammy there. He's really, really good. He's not out at the moment. There's every chance we're here such a while he might come back. He's good. I like him a lot. In fact, it's the best tribute I've ever seen, other than the Rod Stewart tribute from that there Wigan, not a million miles away from me. Can't remember his real name. Seen him a couple of times. He's the best tribute act I've ever seen of anybody. I've never seen him here. I've seen him back home in Blighty. So there's what 3, 4 acts for you. But probably the 2, I would suggest the 2 cleverest, the 2 best acts on the island for being just brilliant at what they do, being really, really clever, I mean really clever, would probably be Comedy Elvis, because he does a different show virtually every time you see him. Yes, he's extremely funny. He's got a great voice, although you don't hear him using it a lot, and he's got a voice without putting any effort into doing it. And as I say, he changes his show up on a daily basis, and he can take whatever anybody throws at him, and I think he's really good. He's really clever, really, really clever. And the only other guy on the island that's probably on his same level, or maybe even above, would be Liam at the Temple Bar. If you've never seen him, folks, please. I think many people come to Tenerife, probably regularly see your Comedy Elvises and your Billy Porters and the like, and have never seen Liam at the Temple Bar, just don't know anything about him, and it's a shame, because he doesn't get pushed by absolutely anybody. There's something on the board there mentioning he's there, and that's it. And it's the biggest Irish bar, I would suggest, in this part of Tenerife, in Costa Rica, but there's even bigger Irish bars in Cristianos and Americas. So I don't think the Temple Bar gets pushed that much as a bar, for all it's always busy, and I certainly don't think anybody pushes Liam's name forward, and they should do. He comes on 10 o'clock, 3 nights a week, folks, and he's on till 1. He does 3 hours. And he'll sing song after song after song in that 3 hours. I don't know how many he must get through, but I could guess 120 songs maybe, something like that. Because he said, right, who's got a song? I'm not going to try the Irish accent, I'll butcher it. Who would you like to hear? And he'll ask different people, and you'll give him 5 names, and he'll say, yeah, I can do one of that. No, I can't do one of theirs. Can't do one of, yeah, I can do that. Anything else? And he'll remember the 5 acts, and then he'll start playing his rhythm guitar. He's got the old a pedal, and he's got the old what somewhat like to an old fuzz box. It's not that, they don't call that anymore. So he's got a beat going on and a bit of drumming going on, as well as him playing his guitar. And he'll sing to every song, and it's just brilliant. And he'll sing songs you've not heard for years and years and years. I mean, what did he sing last night that I loved? Oh, one of John Cougar on Mellencamp's, but it wasn't Jack and Diane. Can't think what it's called. I asked for Jack and Diane. He said, I don't know that one. He said, it's his most famous one. I need to learn it. It's in my head and I don't know it. I don't know it anyway. But he's just brilliant, folks. He really, really is. Hurt So Good. Hurt So Good. See, I don't work with the script. You might know it. If you don't know it, go and have a look for it, folks. Hurt So Good by John Cougar. Great song. And I thought, where's he picked this up from? Then he went from that to Simon and Garfunkel. Absolutely fantastic. He's just absolutely brilliant. Now, what he does that many songs. Most of the songs he does are very good. Some of them are good. Most are very good. Some are absolutely brilliant. And the odd one he might do, by his standards, poorly. Because he's tried something he's not tried before, but he's willing to give it a go. And I like that. He is absolutely sensational. Everybody should be watching him if they come here. Everybody should be talking about him. Maybe it's great that absolutely not everybody. He's always busy, but if as many people knew about him as I did, you'd probably never get in there. It's a great end to any night. 'Cause it's on till 1 o'clock. Well, he's on till 1 o'clock. The nights he's on, we'll often go in there at 12:15 and catch the last 40 minutes of him. Last night was different. We got an hour and 3/4 and it was much appreciated, but we'll at least see him 3 more times before we go home, because that's how good he is. And every night we go in, he's going to sing different songs. He's absolutely sensational. If you get a chance to come to Tenerife, folks, there too you should look out for Comedy Elvis and Liam from the Temple Bar. And the other 3 won't put you far wrong neither. Was it 3? Shelley, Michael Levy Jr., Keith George. I think there was one more and I forgot it. Maybe there wasn't. I don't know. They're the acts that we believe in. And hopefully while we're here, we'll see more. And we might see us good. I don't think we will, but we might see us good. You never know. Alright, I'll leave you at that, folks. Let's find it and we'll knock this one off.